And we got, I'll just give you a quick recap from the post-Red Mantis assassination attempt. And you're not even sure that it was meant for you. You went to Vencarlo Orsini's house, and the whole place was... Well, first you went to his studio, his teaching center, his fencing school, and it was just at the very tail end of burning right to the ground. It didn't seem like there was anybody in it. He wasn't around. So you decide to go to his house. You go to his house. Just at the last moment, you recognize the fact that the whole living room was doused with alchemist fire. And just as you came to realize that, you got attacked by these two who you now know to be Red Mantis assassins. The survivor was dicey at the very, very beginning, but then the cavalry came in and you kind of overwhelmed them. Killed them. One guy disappeared completely. Disintegrated himself. The other guy, his body remains. You've got his gear. After that, you're beginning to think, well, all right, well, something's up. You're putting the pieces together. When Trinia Sabor escaped, they first went to Vancarlo Orsini's house. He wasn't there. Then they went to his fencing academy. He was there. Blackjack left her with him. Now he is missing, and you're assuming that the Red Mantises were waiting on him to return home, but they got you instead.
Why is he still alive?
And where is he?
No, yeah, we don't know where, but if he was dead, they wouldn't have been sitting here waiting for him.
Absolutely. So you start thinking, well, this is odd. How do they know? Like, how do they know that he was part of it, and whatever little part that it was? You don't have an answer. You start digging around. You start watching you see the patrols of the guards, the Gray Maidens, the Queen's physicians. Ratatouille starts doing some Ratatouille things. He starts invisibly going around trying to detect thoughts. The Gray Maidens themselves, and like when you're doing all this, you're watching them, and they're escorting the sickest of the sick into a quarantine center that they called the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. It's like a 3-story warehouse. It's a pretty big place. Probably about 150 feet across per side. They're escorting them into there to quarantine them. So Ratatouille starts trying to detect thoughts. The Gray Maidens seem laser focused on their task, protecting the doctors, making sure there's no unrest. They're thinking about quarantining the island of Old Corvosa. He's read some thoughts on that. That later in the day they're going to start tearing down the bridges, the wooden bridges anyway. You don't know if they can have the capability of tearing down the one stone bridge that leads to the island. But he's also trying to read the thoughts on the doctors, and he's getting stonewalled. The magic item that they're all wearing. So he starts casting detect magic. They're all wearing these masks, bird-like masks, and they seem to be blocking his thoughts, blocking their thoughts, blocking his magic. The masks look like this, and before I show it, you just have to change a couple things. All right. These masks that the doctors are wearing. It's like bird-like masks. the doctors themselves. Heavy leather oilskin coats, gloves. Looks like they're protected pretty well from any physical contact with anybody who may or may not have the blood veil. But Ratatouille can't get any mental read on them. They seem to be blocked, and he's guessing it's the mask. The mask is it's detecting magic. It's detecting an abjuration magic, though, not a. Let's see here. He would have expected it to be like divination or something like that, but it wasn't. Oh, it's conjuration magic. Conjuration is what he detected. And it was only faint. Didn't seem very powerful, but seemed to be able to block the detect magic that he was using. Or the detect thoughts that he was using. So he settled down for a bit, and you started watching more and more who's going where, who's doing what. For the most part, you see people getting escorted into the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. It seems pretty regular. They seem pretty sick. Later on in the afternoon, you see that the Gray Maidens are overseeing work crews are starting to disassemble the wooden bridges into Old Corvosa. So if you want to go back to the island via one of these bridges, your time is limited. You can do that this afternoon before they actually get to the bridge that you want to go over and use. If you want to stay in Old Corvosa. If you want to stay over here, if you want to travel between the two islands, it seems like by tomorrow morning, you'll have to have some sort of other means to do so. So I'll leave that up to you. But they're definitely quarantining Old Corvosa. And that's where you, A, encountered the vampires in the alley, and B, where Vancarlo Orsini's home. It's quite burned. Well, it's his fencing academy's burned down. His home is only mildly burnt in the living room. And that's where we'll pick it up. If you want to do anything special for the rest of the day, keep in mind that I already gave you guys an overnight rest.
Okay. So I guess the question is, do we go and try and get into the medical building and would have to force our way in, or do we go across the bridge?
Is there anything in Old Corvosa that you might want or might need to have access to? I'll give you the map. Old Corvosa is the island on the top. That's
the rich part of town, isn't it?
No, that's the poor part of town.
Oh, poorest part. Sorry,
yeah.
Right.
You guys are in the rich part. So, where your hotel is one of the least affected parts of the city, and the Citadel is on the opposite side of the island, not far away from where the Hospice is.
Well, I don't think.
And the Hospice on the map is where the blue circle is.
Yep. So, unless we can find a way to actually help the people in the poor part of town, I don't think there's much we need to investigate there. Not that I know of.
Okay.
But I could be tricked.
Or we could maybe find a way to get one of those doctors and rip his mask off.
Yeah. But they're on this side, are they not?
Yeah, for the most part now. They've gathered up the people that they thought they could help, and they've transported them all to the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden.
But nobody seems to be coming out of there.
It's only been a day or so.
Well, it's hospice,
Yeah.
Yep.
not designed for recovery.
Oh, this is where I wanted to go invisible and gaseous. And
Yeah. I was assuming that was going to be like your next day.
Yeah.
You used a lot of resources today with the
Sure, next day.
Yeah, I think that holds more promise.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Alrighty. So let's just move the day. Let's see here. Yeah, so the day before there was the house with the crazy chick full of zombies and ghouls. And then later on was the looking for a Giancarlo Orsini and get ambushed at his house by the Red Mantis. And then you fought the vampires.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. So let's move it over to the
Head that way.
5th. All right. So let me show you a rough idea of what you're dealing with as far as the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do, just to give you a rough idea, is I'm going to quickly draw a mask on.
Well, I hope your beef's win, okay?
Of course.
You have fun. Okay?
Indeed.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to show this to you. And you're going to see it just from the outside. Roughly how big the building is and that sort of thing. Its dimensions. It's got like multiple levels. So it's about 2.5 stories tall. Probably about 40 feet tall. The main floor is probably about 25, 30 feet tall. It looked like an old warehouse. There doesn't seem to be any windows or anything like that. There's you do a little recon just by walking around it a couple times. You see, it looks like there's 3 bay doors in the back of it. So that would be this area here. That's the rear. It's 3 bay doors, and they look like they're maybe barred up from the inside. Doesn't seem to be anybody coming and going from there. If any of the doctors are bringing anybody in, they always bring them in through this front door here.
Do we know if there's a way in through the sewers? Anybody know about the sewers around here?
None of your team.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be gaseous and invisible
Okay.
when I see some doctors coming, and when they open the door, I'll just float in.
All right. So what's your timeline of both of those? I think it's like 7 minutes, right, for both?
14 for one, 7 for the other.
Okay.
So 17.
We can distract at the front door by knocking on it and trying to talk to somebody, and then you slip in and do your thing.
Might actually just be easier just to not have anybody be suspicious at all.
Yeah, just follow the doctors, and I thought it was a good idea.
Okay.
You can definitely do that. Just let me just check gaseous form and see what's available to you when you do that.
Does Nadia reflect on anything she might know, knowledge local, to help whoever's doing the exploring?
I don't know if she'd even really be all that familiar with this building. She kind of grew up outside of town, and then when she was like 14 or 15, she mostly gravitated towards like the Bridgefront neighborhood, which is kind of where that's now being isolated by these Gray Maidens and their work crews who are tearing down the bridges. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
the
see.
only thought I had was rumors, if she heard rumors with the connections, but that's okay.
Yeah, you can give me a knowledge local on that, and she might be able to tell you a bit of the history of the building. You tell me what you got. I'm reading gaseous form right now.
The map is covering up my result,
Uh-oh.
so I have to get rid of 27.
27. Okay. That's a little over and above the norm. There used to be a noble family who owned the warehouse. The same noble family that has the castle in Old Corvosa. The noble family is called the Arconas.
She shares this information with Ratatouille, seeing that he's preparing to do all this stuff, so that he is aware of what she knows while he goes in and does his exploring, scouting. I don't know how that's going to help him. But it's something.
Actually, I have a better idea. I have a better idea. I'm gonna be invisible, then cast blink and just go through the wall.
Okay, so blink. I think you have to be able to see the other side. Dimension door you don't, but you have to have first seen it.
That means you can use dimension door to get out.
Yeah, you could definitely use dimension door to get out. Okay, yeah, you don't actually need to see through the other side. You just have to kind of hope that the walls aren't 5 feet thick.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, I'm good with that. You want to blink instead of gaseous form, and then stay.
Yeah. Then I'm myself and I can cast spells and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. So pick a spot on the outside of this map, on the ground floor, and then I'll blink you in. I'll just imagine where you enter.
And I do like a knowledge to. I'm cheating because I can see the layout inside.
Yeah.
Maybe a knowledge something to maybe assess where shit is, or there's.
You can see this part here. This part here, you can kind of get a rough idea. Seen the door open a few times. You've seen it go in. You know, there's like a 10 by 15 or 20 foot little waiting area. Anybody can go in there. It's not a big deal. There's a lady sitting at a desk. She's got her hair tied back in a bun, and she's got a few scarves over her mouth and her the bridge of her nose. She's got like heavy leather gloves, and she's sitting at a desk. She seems to be conducting business. Who's next?
Well,
that kind of stuff. Every once in a while, a person will come of their own accord and go in and sit down in the waiting room.
I'll do this. You pick a random wall, and I'll go through it.
Okay. Do you want to go? Oh, you pick back, front, side.
Side,
Okay, left side or right side?
left side.
Okay, left side. All right. So when you go through the wall, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna need a dexterity check from you.
Ah!
Do you have acrobatics
Uh,
or anything that might help you be kind of like light-footed?
I'm a rat.
What about we don't have her here, but what if Mims casts her feather step? Yeah, mass feather step. Let's check the duration on that bad boy.
It's like 80 minutes or something.
It's something, yeah. Let's see here. Feather step mass. 10 minutes per level, so 70 minutes. So that at least helps you avoid difficult terrain. Still, when you blink through, you might trip over a cot or something like that.
Hold on. I'm going to pass my buffs.
Okay.
I'm going to buff up. That's it. I'm going to go that one. That one. That one. Okay.
All right.
Oh, one more. One more. Where is it? Spider climb. Okay, I'm
All
ready.
right. So there's the official map. Comes through. You should only be able to see walls.
Yep.
I just wanted to get a decent idea of the outside of the building, the layout, the scale of it. And I'm just gonna roll. Yeah, I was gonna say somewhere probably around there, just before where the thick part of the wall is. You pop through.
Oop.
All right. So we've got blink. We've got spider climb. We've got shield and invisibility. All right. So Ratatouille. That's where you come through, my friend. Right
Okay.
there. Give me a dexterity or acrobatics or something like that. Or maybe you want to cling to the wall.
Well, I'll try and cling to the wall then.
Okay. Just give me just a plain
There we
old
go.
reflex save. Okay, perfect. That's perfect. That's even worse than a reflex save. So you pass. You're just about to step on a bed where there's like a person obviously in throes of blood veil. And they're coughing. And they're just kind of like sitting up. And you almost put your foot down on his head. And you just reach up with your hand and kind of cling there for a minute. And then you kind of scurry up the wall. Give me a stealth check without the invisibility. Just for sound. Just want to see how quiet that was. It's pretty quiet. So is that with the? That's regular, right? Without the.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in this room, this is
I'm a rat.
Sure are. This
Spider
where
rat.
this warehouse vast interior has been converted into one gigantic convalescent ward. The stench of alcohol, sickness, and waste chokes the breath, and tight rows of low, stained cots cram the stone-floored hall. Every bed is filled with a pitiful story. Men and women of all walks, groaning and wheezing as if they're consumed by blood veil. Their sufferings multiplied by the echoing chamber. And there are several doctors wandering the ward, and they're just kind of observing people. Every once in a while, one will reach down and kind of like touch a person on the shoulder and sort of nod a little bit like that. They don't look like they're administering any sort of medicine or anything like that, but they look like they're kind of making the rounds. And you also see two Gray Maidens, foot soldiers, in the back of the building where you are right now. See those two doors? They are right in front of that door. So let me.
Okay, I'm gonna on the ceiling. I have 7 rounds to get here, so I can blink through this door.
Okay, so yeah, let's see here. From the ceiling, it's not actually a ceiling. So before we get to that, you've got. Let me show you what the ceiling looks like. It might actually be easier for you. So the ceiling looks like this, and you'd be on the underside of those catwalks. So this is the description of the catwalks. Track of sturdy-looking catwalks soar above the warehouse floor below. The evenly placed and well-trod platforms supported above by iron poles. And you see also 2 more Gray Maidens walking these catwalks. Yeah, I'll put them on the map for you. Let's make everybody visible. And where's the Gray Maiden foot soldiers were?
Well, I'm just gonna, because I'm blinking for 7 rounds, I want to make it to that door if I can.
Okay.
You know,
So let's see here. Well, your movement is 5. It's 30 or 20, 25?
20.
20? Okay.
And, you know, I'm half the time I'm not here, so half the time I make no sound and I'm not seen.
Okay. You're invisible anyway, so.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm assuming.
Everybody, I'll find the smoking gun, and then we'll kill them all.
I'm assuming you want to go stealthily, so you're only moving 30 feet around. but I
No,
no.
No.
Okay, okay.
I don't care. I'm invisible. Whatever.
Okay. Are you using the walls or are you using like the catwalks? Or are you just like getting down on the ground and moving?
I'll just go on the ground.
Okay. All right.
Fastest way.
Fastest way. Okay, so you've got a gray mate. Can you let me show you the map here. Yeah, let's see. So the Gray Maiden in front of so this is on the regular map. Say you're there when you come in. Where'd you go? Okay, so you come in right here. And you're good. You kind of find yourself a decent spot to climb down, which would be over here.
Okay.
Or let's say over here. Whichever way you want to go.
Okay.
You got the doctors making their way around. Okay, so I'm just gonna, so for that door to open up, you're just gonna blink through, right?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. So you blink to the other side.
Think.
So just let me count on how many rounds it's been. So let's go 1 round to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 rounds. 1. Blink. Is blink part of the movement or no? Is that like a move action?
You just do it.
Okay.
Move action.
All right. So you come into a little area here.
Okay.
Several cubbies and wooden lockers line the walls of the small workroom. 4 rickety chairs surround a water-damaged table, and a well-used but solid-looking cargo lift rises up through the ceiling.
Okay. Boop. Pop back to the other side.
Okay, let's call that round 4.
Okay. And then blink through the other door.
Okay, blink through the other door. Call that round 5. Set of stairs going up.
I go up.
Okay.
Is that to the catwalk?
It's up past up. Yeah, exactly. There's it comes out where the catwalk is, and then it continues up past that. There's a.
I go up. So how tall is this building?
That's about 40 feet. Catwalks are about up. All right.
Away.
Round 6.
Uh-oh, I'm getting nervous.
Get to the door. You see where you are on the map now? You're at the very bottom. And you can blink through the door as part of round 6.
Yes.
Okay, let me give you a description of this room. The rough functionality of the warehouse below gives way to a beige tile and whitewashed hall on this floor. Double doors engraved with images of rampant gazelles stand to the south. There are once fine teak bearing obvious scores and chips from rough use, and there's a set of double doors right in front of you as your spell is about to expire.
Huh.
You've got 1 round left, Ratatouille.
I'm going in.
Okay, blink in. I'll give you a quick description, and then you can decide whether you want to blink out or not.
Okay.
Can you see the whole room? I know there's... Yep. Okay. This might be what you're looking for. So we've got rows of white-sheeted beds line the walls of this room. Each bed holds a patient restrained by leather straps that bind the figure to the sturdy metal frame. As the room center... at the room center stretch simple wooden work tables, each covered in fluid-filled beakers, intricate glass tubes, small burners, and other alchemical instruments. And there are, in here, 3 of those doctors, and they seem to be doing experiments on the people, or treating them. It's hard to tell. You're not a trained medical physician. So now you can decide whether you want to A, blink back out.
No, I'll stay. I want to do some knowledges because, I'm an an alchemist. alchemist archetype of thing.
Yes.
What knowledge would this be to see like all this alchemical shit?
Yeah. Oh, let's go around. You don't have to worry about timing anymore, so you can slow down. You can do stealth and all that stuff. Let's have a look here. Give me first your stealth check, and you feel free to add your plus 25 or plus 20 for the invisible.
Okay. If they see me, well, then I'll just make a new character.
Or you can blink out.
Or you can just roll 65.
If they can see that, I make a new character.
Yeah.
We're all going to make new characters.
All right. So give me an alchemy check. You got a craft alchemy on your character sheet?
Yeah, but it's not good.
Okay.
Nothing's good compared to that roll.
Yeah.
I want one of those later.
How about what else could not arcana, not religion?
You can give me a religion check. All right. So, as you're kind of making your way around and you're looking at the alchemical fluids, and a lot of it's like alcohol and simple stuff that you recognize. But there's other reagents, and they seem to be collecting and observing more than attempting to cure. Maybe they're trying to find a cure. So you're kind of walking around, and then you get to you kind of like peek over the top of the table, and one of them's like making notes in a book, and you can definitely see just as like a doodle. It's like a little sketch of a death's head moth, which is the symbol of Urgathoa. Just kind of innocuously off in the column as the person's making notes, and then you kind of read, and just one line, it says, continue to be uncertain as to why certain Varisians are immune to the blood veil. And you notice now that all the patients are unconscious. They're strapped into and they all seem to be Varisian, which is like the native people of, kind of like the, I don't know how you described it before, kind of like the traveling people of they go around in like covered wagons and stuff like that. They were
Roma, right?
yeah,
Roma.
kind of like that. The gypsies, I guess, is
So,
the derogatory term.
what I'd like to do is take some of the alchemical stuff I don't recognize, like as maybe evidence, so we could get it analyzed or something.
Okay, well, that would require you stealing it right off the table in front of them as they're kind of working.
Oh, there's two of them in there, right?
There's three. Three. One's kind of, I can put them on the map. Actually, I can put everybody on the map.
Do we always have sending, or would somebody have put that on me, or message or
This
something?
is what Ray and I were talking about when you
We have the bell. And also, Trinia/Nadia has the message spell and would have gladly done so, but I didn't get a chance to speak up about it.
yeah, that's fine. Let's see here.
But since she's only level 5, the range is much smaller than...
What Ray brought up was that you and he would have come up with some kind of symbol with the bell. So you ring the bell on your end, it doesn't make any noise. It makes noise on his end. So like a set of signals, like 2 short rings, 1 long ring, means this. You guys could have like a little list of like 20 codes that you could go through. You hear like bing, 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 bing,
Yeah,
bing,
yeah, yeah.
something like that. Because it doesn't make any noise on your end. You can ring it all day
Right.
long, but it makes noise where Alexis is. She's got the other bell. And vice versa. If she accidentally rings the bell, you're in trouble.
That's funny. um,
And then also the message spell. But then you have to whisper. And they get, you know that if you whisper a response, they get DC 25 perception
There is
check
a range to that too.
to hear it. Yeah. But he's within range. It's like 100 feet per, 100 feet plus.
It'll be in the 130 to 150 range, something like that.
Yeah. He's about 40 feet up and about 60 or 70 feet over. So,
The message is still going to be better than having a ding, ding, ding come out of thin air.
I got a phone call. I'll be back in a moment.
sure thing. So, what kind of message would you want to relay, Ratatouille? You also know that you have dimension door. You know you have a rough idea of where you are. That if you dimension doored out like 20 feet to the left, you're out of the building.
I do I get a sense that this is just experiments trying to help, or something very, very bad?
Do you want to concentrate on the book that you saw? Because you can spider climb up above it and like really focus
Oh
in.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's writing in the journal that all attempts to infect these Varisians have so far failed. For some reason, they continue to be immune, and there's like little doodles of Urgathoa and stuff like that. They seem to be Urgathoan cultists who are trying to infect these people.
Okay.
And you notice that every patient, the common denominators, are all of Varisian heritage. Also, another thing that you notice too, they all have the blood red lips.
Okay.
That was the you got the clue when you fought the vampires. There was some bodies that were discarded that had like a blood stamp of the Sihedron symbol on the small of their back, and their lips were anointed with blood. In the Sihedron ritual that you witnessed with Aldern Foxglove and Zanisha in Magnamar, they carved it in the chest and then they removed the lower jaw. So this seems to be some sort of variation on that same ritual. And you notice that all the people in here have the blood red lips.
I'll go to an unconscious person over here and just check them out. Like, are they
Yeah.
dead or?
No, he's alive. He's like alive, but at like -2. If, hit points kind of thing, kind of like kept at that state while they experiment on him, trying to infect him. And then a guy will come over and inject something into one of the Varisians' arms, and then go back and make some more notes. Don't forget, you only got a 7-minute window, but you've seen some shit.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna give one of these guys here at the very end, far away, a potion of cure light wounds.
Okay. That I'm going to need a stealth check for actually.
Invisible. It's not offensive.
Yeah, but he's going to wake up sputtering and coughing. So,
That guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he wakes up and I want to see what they do and what he says.
Okay, yeah. All right. So he wakes up and he's he's not sick. You can tell that he isn't sick. These 1, 2, 3, 4, like say 20 or so people are not sick. He wakes up and he's drowsy, like he's been drugged. He starts, "You're not, I need help." And the man walks over and just quietly says, "Oh, my friend, you're ill. We're going to give you all the help you need." And Ratatouille, you probably want to get out of the way, but he goes to
climb up the wall.
Yeah, he goes to inject him with some more of the thing that puts him to sleep again.
So then what I'm going to do is, while that happens, I'm going to go over to the table.
Okay, so they're kind of distracted. They're kind of looking up, like they didn't expect him to wake up, so they kind of all moved over like that. Okay.
I'm gonna grab like some of the, I guess, stuff I don't know what it is. They're putting in him that look suspicious.
Okay, yeah, it looks like vials of blood.
Okay, so I put my hand over a vial.
Yep, scoop it.
And yeah, I'll dimension door to the potty.
All right. So you dimension door. Say if you go out that way, you're good. You're on the street.
Okay.
Up. Yep. There we go.
I get rid of the invisibility, and there's some shit going on in there. And I cast detect magic on this, and I ask everybody, "What the hell's this shit?"
Okay, so it's not magic, first and foremost, but I'm gonna get some heal checks from the more doctor-like people, more medical.
You want help?
Yeah.
Any of us here?
Yeah, anybody like got a decent heal skill?
Yeah, I do. I've got a +5. Just let me get myself to skills. Oops, abilities, no skills.
+5? Yeah, we're gonna need
Yeah.
bigger numbers than that. Who's got Darcy?
Yeah.
Where's
Come on,
Darcy?
where's our healers?
I got a
Druids,
+3.
roll.
Hold on, stand back.
Well, I can try it anyway. It's a heal.
All right.
Oh, Mr. Hotshot.
See, I told you I'm pretty good with healing.
Yeah, I'll try and people try and assist.
You don't know 100%, but it's probably tainted blood. How do you know, though, until you actually drink it?
Does Mims have detect poison? 0 level druid spell.
Let's see what Mims takes for druid spells at 0 level. None of the above. It's not poison. It's blood. It's blood, and you can probably imagine it's probably tainted with blood veil. But there's no way for you to tell, really. I mean, unless you've come up with the blood veil test.
Right. We need the little PCR COVID test, right?
Yeah, exactly. You need to send it away to a government official.
I do have an interesting question, though. Does that mean that those of us that are Varisians are immune?
Not necessarily, because you have seen sick Varisians.
Only somewhere.
Okay.
But you notice, Ratatouille tells you that these 20 Varisians seem to be immune. And they're trying, it seemed like they were trying to find a way to infect them.
What did they look like? Did it look like they came from the same part of town? I'm asking Ratatouille.
Are
they all poor?
The people that are immune?
No, they seem to be like from all walks of life. Poor, well-dressed, merchant class.
Okay. So it's obviously not a single bloodline.
Oh,
Or if it is, it goes back a long way.
Could be.
let me think. What else?
You definitely did see the death's head moth of Urgathoa sketched casually in the corner of one of the books that he was writing his journal in.
Well, you know, I don't know how much of a smoking gun this is. Do we just go kick down the doors and rescue these people? Or is it like we go to authorities? Like what would be... Because the authorities are the problem.
Yeah, these are the authorities as far as you know. I mean, these guys are here at the behest of the Queen.
Yeah, I think we have to go in. The real thing is, when you gave the guy the potion, he woke up, they tried to reassure him, but they were making no attempt to treat these people when they were conscious. And if not really suffering from the results, what kind of healing are they giving them? How can they help them?
Ratatouille noticed that those people upstairs weren't sick.
Yeah, that's what I
With-
said.
with the
So
blood
how can
veil.
they be helping them if they're not sick and they're keeping them unconscious? So I think we got to go in.
Okay, so let's say we go in, kill all these people, rescue these people. Now the whole city will swarm on us, right? All the guards.
It's possible.
Possibly.
It's possible.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll just leave, but I don't know about the rest of you.
Was there anything that you saw that they had equipment that indicates that proves that they're actually not helping them?
They definitely weren't helping those people upstairs.
And those people upstairs would testify to that too.
Absolutely. Those people upstairs aren't sick. But they all had the red lips.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm for going in the front door and and seeing what response we get. You tell us how many people there were in there altogether?
Yeah, a lot. Maybe what, a dozen bad
Yeah,
guys?
yeah, probably. Look at the combat tracker.
Ah, that's so funny.
I was trying not to do that. It was,
Locked and loaded. Is there anybody in the city with knowledge local? Knowledge local. That maybe could assist if we explain to them, like, hey, these people are being kept against their will and getting poisoned.
You've
What
got
about the Griffin Riders?
yeah, you got the Griffin Riders and you've got Cressida Croft. They seem to be your two biggest allies in the city.
Let's go.
You know that the Hippogriff Riders, probably 80 to 85% of his guys are either going through the blood veil or have already succumbed to it. So he's got a skeleton crew that he's got at the tower, and that's it. The town guard, are going around with these physicians mixed in with the patrols of now growing number of these Gray Maidens. So most of the guards are out on patrol. Cressida Croft, you could tell her she might not be able to muster 30 people.
Yeah, but we should brief her anyway.
Yeah, let's go tell her what's happened. We're not. Yeah, we got the evidence here.
Okay. All right, so it's not far away. You go in her office. She's clearly tired, going through it. She's happy to see you, though. What do you got for me? What's going on up there? You tell her about the hospice of the Blessed Maiden.
I'm not charismatic. Somebody tell her.
Yeah, let's. You've told everybody everything you've seen, and then whoever has the best diplomacy check can try to relay that.
Who's probably our paladin?
Who's the diplomancer of the group?
Well, it definitely isn't me.
Let me check my stats. Yeah, just a +4.
Yeah, I got a +15 for Alexis. That's.
I think that beats me.
Going to get much better than that.
Well, diplomacy, how about a -1? I shouldn't roll.
I'm not gonna say that you have to roll, and if you fail the roll, nothing happens. I just want to kind of gauge how she's going to receive the news that the queen and her physicians are up to something, because that's the implication, right?
Yep.
These guys are the queen's physicians
and the queen's guard.
And the queen.
We're not. We're more so than like coming saying we're going to take these guys out because they're holding people against their will and poisoning them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to kind of get an idea of what her reaction will be, whether she'd be like, whoa, no, please don't do that. And why don't I try to go through diplomatic fronts and blah, blah, blah. Or, yeah, this has to happen. Is there any way to enhance that plus 15?
Well, you said they have the Sahedron symbol. So that's if they've got that there, we already know those people are bad. So it's not likely it's an accident.
Ratatouille didn't see the Sahedron symbol. You saw the blood on the lips.
Oh, sorry. Okay, the blood on the lips.
Yep.
But that's consistent with what we've already found to be
bad
people.
You've also found the Sahedron symbol stamped on the small of the back in blood of the people with those red lips.
Yep.
The blood on the lips.
So that's just additional evidence.
What's the
strange going on? It needs to be investigated.
Yeah, definitely needs to be investigated. What's everybody's take on what's going on with these rituals? Do you remember what you learned from Zanisha about the Sahedron ritual that she taught to Alder and Foxglove?
Other than the carving it on their bodies.
You want to look at the My Sister note. So I'll give you a little. So Zanisha turned Alder and Foxglove into a ghoul, and she sent them out into the world to perform this ritual on people that they had deemed to be particularly greedy. And that's what he was doing when you interrupted his actions and killed him. And you know that he got the ritual from you, or from her. And that you're not really sure of the connection with this, but it seems to be the same kind of. You get the same kind of. The Sahedron is somewhere on the person's body. There's another type of motif. It's definitely different, but is it possibly the same? I don't know. So it says she's got a note from her sister in Turtleback Fairy. It says, I trust your little band of adventure of murderers is doing well, gathering the greedy souls for our Lord's rise. Has Magnamar proven to be as sinful as you hoped? It may interest you to know that my plan to nurture greed here in this backwater has blossomed. The quality of greed in a soul is so much more refined when it is given proper care. Are you still simply carving the Sahedron on them as they expire? How crude. My method of marking is so much more elegant. In any event, I'm sure that your plans for harvesting greed, where and when you find it in the wild, are progressing well enough. I just hope that your raw, ungroomed, and likely inferior victims don't interact poorly when mixed with the purity of my own subjects. If you tire of your own little project there, know that you're always welcome to come to Turtleback Ferry and serve as my assistant, little sister. Fort Rannoch should be in our control by the time you receive this letter. In any event, so there'll be plenty of room for you if you wish to take me up on my generous offer. Oh, before I forget, have you managed to harvest that Lord Mayor yet? By all accounts, he might just be the cream of the crop in Magnamar. His soul might even rival several from my hand-grown harvest. That's the letter that you found in Zanisha's.
That's right.
The top of the Shadow Tower. So this ritual is tied with specific people who seem to be. Those people seem to be greedy. You don't know what the connection is with these people. Whether it's just do it on as many people, do it on as many people, and then whoever seems to fit the bill.
Did they all seem to be successful? I know they came from different areas of town.
These people, some are poor, some are rich, some are middle class.
But even the poor are well maintained. I'm thinking of Pride.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't see anything to connect them that way either.
Okay.
There might not be any connection specifically. It might just be kill as many as you can, and whoever fits the bill fits the bill.
But they do have the red on their lips.
What if they all have red on their lips? As many as possible have red on their lips.
Yeah.
If those specific sins,
Yeah, it means it fit whatever that sin was. If it's pride.
But
Anyway,
what do you
show her
think?
the notes.
What do you think that's why do you think they're doing that? Like for their Lord's rise, what do you think that means?
I don't know which lord it is. Do we know anything about Runelords?
I don't think you guys really encountered it other than you've seen the hologram of Karzug. I think you might have learned a name. He seemed to be the wizard in charge. The guy that was kind of blinking out, that was sitting on the throne, the rich-looking guy.
Yep. Would knowledge history or knowledge religion help us?
Yeah, I don't think so at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway,
So we can definitely connect what happened in Sandpoint to what's happening here, though, because of the letter from the sisters.
definitely seems to be a similar thing happening. This seems to be kind of more where it was targeted in Sandpoint and Magnamar, the only specific individuals, and this seems to be just kind of like buckshot sprayed across everywhere. See what happens. You also have the backdrop of the death of a king, the rise of a queen.
Yep. And there's indications the queen may not actually be the queen.
Or she may not be the same.
The same, yeah.
Yeah.
Like she could. I think she's a sister, but that's just me.
That's definitely a theory. You haven't had any sign from the sister here. Yeah, you have seen Avalexi.
Yeah, and I can't believe that somebody like that would stay hidden and out of power for any length of time. She's doing too much, so I figured it's got to be the queen. Let's see.
All right, so let's get that diplomacy check. What do you want to tell Cressida Croft? Or do you even want to tell her? Now that you think about it, do you want her to know? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she needs to know, because if there's reports of a disturbance down that building, I don't want her to send a whole bunch of people down there looking to kill everybody that moves. Only to find it's us.
All right, Alexis, we need your diplomacy skills. Is there any way to enhance them?
Our cleric can give you a plus, right?
Yep. The what's the
By grace or whatever it is.
what's the charisma spell?
Or divine inspiration.
I forget the name.
Oh, what have I got for you?
I think it's a +1 to a skill.
Oh, guidance. Yeah, that's fine.
Guidance, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Give me that guidance, sure.
I think Nadia could probably enhance with inspire competence, maybe, but it only lasts for one round. I'm trying to think what's the charisma based spell. It's owls, wisdom, foxes.
No, charisma. Cat's grace. No. Yeah, it is fox. Foxes.
No, if that's
Kind of-
intelligence.
Eagle.
Eagle Splendor.
Eagle Splendor.
Thank you, Ratatouille. Eagle Splendor. Anybody have Eagle Splendor there? Or anybody want to use up a slot on Eagle Splendor? You guys can do all the research and stuff like that and let an hour go by, rejigger your spells, all that stuff. What you've used up is those slots are used up, but Say you want to have a whole other arsenal. You woke up this morning, you set your spells, and then this happened. Now you're going to need a different set of spells going in. Take an hour. Let's say it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The clinic's got a sign on it that says it closes at 6.
Okay. What can I add? I mean,
Eagle Splendor would give Alexis +2 to her roll for diplomacy. If you do that, though, your mass feather step will expire.
Well, we're not going to attack today just because I want to have all my spells. And I don't think we're in a hurry.
Not necessarily, no. You can do other things today, too.
But they'll cut off the bridge by tomorrow, so.
Yeah, they're by tomorrow morning, you figure it looks like they'll have all those bridges down. They've got a lot of them down now. And it looks like they're setting up a barricade across the stone bridge. You got to go all the way across town to see that, though. You kind of guys kind of like near the south, and that's up near the north. It's a good 20-25 minute walk up there. Or 10 minutes if you're chasing blackjack through the streets.
Can we get an estimate of how many of these guards and doctors there are in the city?
In the city, you probably say about 50 or 60 of the Gray Maidens now. You saw 20 before, and you thought, well, that was a lot. And then you had their little thing with a couple days ago where Dr. Davalos was introduced. Don't forget, Dr. Davalos was played by Peter Cushing. He was introduced. He was introduced as the physician in charge, and I've got a picture of him. This is my favorite. He was introduced as the physician in charge. You didn't see him in the hospice. He does kind of look like Peter Cushing. There was about 30 Gray Maidens then. Now you can see like at the bridge there's like teams of 3 or 4, and there's like 20 bridges, so like 50, 60 Gray Maidens now, and it only seemed like there was 8 or 10 doctors at once, and now that seems like there's 20, 25, 30.
They all look like novices? Like the other ones obviously look more experienced.
No, they all seem to be like going about their business, just as they all seem to be going about their business, and they're all attired the same. Where's all this gear coming from? Like, they all have these magic masks. They're all wearing those oil-slicked leather overcoats. They're all wearing those large Dr. Guido Sarducci hats. Same with the Gray Maidens. These are like, they're decked out in plate mail, like full plate. And they all have, masterwork longswords and shields and composite longbows. But it's
quite an array.
It's quite an array for a week ago. These people weren't here. And they don't seem to be coming in from the outside. There doesn't seem to be anybody set aside just specifically making these overcoats. There doesn't seem to be anybody. All the forges aren't afire with people making suits of plate mail.
So where the heck do they come from?
The Gray Maidens seem to be coming out of the castle.
The castle, yeah.
Castle. And you haven't really noticed, but maybe the doctors are too.
Okay.
I think we need to take out a group of them.
And learn what you can?
Yeah, they go in squads, right?
They do.
And what's the squad makeup?
Let's say it's 2 Gray Maidens and 2 doctors, and let's say a half dozen regular guards.
I think we should take out a squad.
Except the regular guards are probably just doing their own business. Can we get their commander
We should
to
go.
send them elsewhere?
We should rescue those people that they can't infect or kill, and then they can tell the story.
Yep. Yeah,
Let's go in
I
blazing.
think that should be our focus. I agree.
But we should go at night when there's less guards. It's dark. We need a safe house to take these 10, 20 people to.
Yeah, well, can we spend the day looking for a safe house?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's use Nadia's knowledge local. See if she can come up with something. And are you going to run this by Crestacroft, or are you just going to kind of leave it?
No, I think we need to run it by her. I don't want to put her troops at risk. I don't think she's part of it, and I don't think her troops are.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely get that impression. She seems, when you tell her, she seems distraught. It's like, what is going on? She wants to go talk to Marcus Endrin, and they want to come up with some kind of plan of how to deal with this. Once and for all, they have to confront the queen. If what you tell her is true, and she has no reason to disbelieve you, you've been so far the only people who seem to be able to help so far. She's tried to contact Vencarlo Orsini. No word. She kind of feels like she's out here on an island. She's not getting any help other than just getting some orders. She's got to reallocate her troops to... She thought she was doing a good thing by following the orders of these doctors, but what do you think that the doctors are doing other than... Do you think that they're actually helping people, or do you think that they're actually just rounding them up?
They're looking for the immune people.
Yep.
Yeah. Looking for the ones who might live and seeing if they can alter that.
What if the immunity is the key to the cure, though?
Could be. Let's find out.
It may be, but I suspect if it is, they won't be telling anybody anything because you know nothing about this. And you'd think that they'd be trying to tell people any positive things they could about a potential cure. They're not mentioning anything. And according to what Ratatouille says, it looks like they're trying to find a way to infect them, not to find a way to use their blood to create a cure. Oh, I don't think they're up to any good at all. But I'd like to make it so your troops don't end up being caught in the middle.
Okay, so she can get word and pull back one of the patrols, and then just leave you with 2 doctors and 2 Gray Maidens, if you want to.
Yep.
Try to quietly take them out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me try and cobble something together quickly. I hadn't anticipated this, which is cool. Let's see here. I've got this map here set aside, and I already know where to find some Gray Maidens and some doctors. So let's go with... So let's... All right, let's... Delete from tracker. Only foes, all non-friendly. All right, let's get them off of there. Let's do that. And let's do that. We'll say there's 3 doctors just to make it fun. What I'll do is I'll put you guys on a map. And then I'll throw them on a map. And we'll quickly do a little tight melee so you can see what you're up against. We'll say this is time of day do you want to do this? Like later on in the day, like after hours, kind of before you guys rest up for the night?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. Kind of.
Then we can get our rest and set up in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah. Get as much info as you can from them.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. All right. Delete that token because that was going to be for something else. This is the map I was going to use in case you had a riot that you had to deal with. So feel free to set yourselves up. You got a patrol of 3 doctors and 2 Gray Maidens. They seem to be heading north towards the bridge. Say there's somewhere in the middle of town. Kind of off the beaten path, probably along where the warehouses are, far north of where you guys know the Hospice of the Gray Maiden is. So it's kind of like a desolate part of town. They're kind of making their way north towards the bridge. Feel free to prep
What's their formation?
just like you can see them on the map, I believe. No? Let's do this. How's
I
that?
see us. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
They're down there. Okay, yeah, I can see them now.
And there you go, move around. We'll say that you can use whatever spells to kind of like pick this troop out and kind of follow them, set up an ambush.
So we're doing the troop
I'll
in
give-
the hospital. Where's that?
This is this is kind of like your see what you're up
Fine.
against kind of thing.
Okay.
Fact finding mission.
Gotcha.
This is to take on a smaller band of them to see if we can discover anything more from them. And they specifically don't have city guards with them.
Yeah, specifically do not.
Okay.
And they look
Come
like they
from
might
two
be.
directions.
What's that?
Should we come from 2 directions?
You guys set it up however you want to set it up. The whole map is your. You've had time to prep this.
Okay.
I think we should split the party.
Well, at least
Yeah.
until the combat starts, yeah.
Or just separate maps.
Swallowtail Festival. I recognize that.
Everything comes full circle.
Yep. Sandpoint all over again. We can go get healing right next door if we get hurt.
That's right. Father Xantus is going to watch this from his window.
So anybody else want to set up in different locations?
Okay. You guys are Sushi and Salisbury down there.
Yep.
I got the one
Don't
flank
be
over here.
don't be afraid to deploy the heavy horse in this encounter too. By all means.
Wait. I don't want that. Okay.
I tell everybody I'm going to make a stinking cloud, and when they run out of it, you just yank them.
Okay. You're going to make it behind them, right?
You make it on them. Yeah. They have
But
to.
be careful, though, because if they run all directions, we don't have anybody in the south. We don't want them to escape. If you get it mostly south, then they'll run north.
You got a Sasha and a Sushi in the south.
I would put an Oric down in the southeast.
Okay, deploy
That's-
Auric.
Yeah, deploy. Where's deploy?
Like say down here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good right there.
Behind where the sausage stand was.
Who wants to be Rampa? Here you go.
Yeah.
You want to be hasted? I know you do.
Ooh.
Okay.
Where's Shadow Mist going to be in all this, Rampa? Shadow Mist off the map?
This is south.
Okay, south.
Oh, no, actually, I
have
put her
a-
up here.
I have a great idea.
because I don't need her in the
Okay.
combat.
Can somebody make Rampa stronger?
I'm pretty good.
Only Rampa can make Rampa stronger.
Oh, just here. I'm gonna do this. There's shits and giggles. I'll just make you greater, invisible, and hasted, and you just go in there and kill them all, and we'll watch.
I do have bull strength that I can share with Grandpa. Sure, I'll give you bull strength. How's that?
All right.
Go and get him.
Okay. And you threw greater invisibility and haste on me? Well, you can haste the party.
Not when you're all spread out like that.
I know. All right. Well, you can haste the three of us anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna haste and invisible you, and you go in there and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So, like, just walk up to him and smack him in the face, and then initiative.
Get that off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So if I'm invisible, I'm going to start by attacking him from about here.
Okay.
Oops, just clicked the wrong one. There we go. And I will attack. See if I can. Do you want initiatives first or afterwards?
No, go ahead. Fire away. The initiative's on you for this one.
And I just want to target the right one. No, I got to take that target off. For some reason, it's got. I want him targeted. Position 3, that's it. Okay. So I'm going to trip it first and then hit it on its way down.
All right.
Because it'll be really interesting to see what they do when they see somebody tripped out of the middle of nowhere.
Did you see? Do you have the invisible effect on you?
I don't know.
Let's put it on. Because you are invisible for. We'll say it takes 1 round to cast the greater invisibility, and then it's 1 round to cast the haste. So it's say haste just as you move over, and it's a round to move over. So I'm going to tick off 2 rounds if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you can put haste on him, Rata. And then I'll tick off. I'll say you did the greater. Which one do you want to be longer? Which did you do first, invisibility or haste?
Haste first.
Okay, haste first. Cool.
Yeah.
So drop haste, and then I'll drop 2 rounds off of it.
Yeah.
And
then invisible will be 6.
Okay. And did Darshel put full strength on me?
Yep, you do. That lasts for 10 rounds.
Yeah,
Minutes, yep.
yeah. You got 7 minutes, so you're fine for that. So drop. Let's see here. Haste is going to be 5. All right.
Okay.
If this goes 5 rounds, it's going to be a miracle, but
I know. It shows me as having inspired courage. I'm not sure that that's true.
okay. Can you turn it off? I don't believe you can. If you can, that'd be super handy.
All right. Let me see. Effects. Visible. Yeah, inspired courage.
Won't let you manipulate it.
Oh, shit. Now what did I just do?
Probably won't because Ray put it on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I try and take it off, all it does is
Yeah. There we go.
stare at me.
I took it off.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right. And
so-
drop your bull strength on him, Darcel. We want him jacked to the max.
Yeah. Where is he?
I'll come back. You can put.
Oh, you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Don't need to move.
It would have happened maybe a minute and a half ago before all this.
Yep.
Yes, Okay, just Cast or effect?
Just drop the effect right on Rampa. Either on his mini or... There we go. Perfect. Bingo.
Okay.
And I'm going to take 10 rounds off that. So if this lasts 60 rounds, bull strength will
That should be more
expire.
than enough. Yep. All right.
All right, Rampa.
So there'll be a +5 on this. Oops, I shouldn't have clicked it twice. First one, whatever it is. 30.
Okay, why are you rolling mischances?
You're shitting yourself.
Yeah, you're trying to hit yourself. Why are you hitting yourself?
He's invisible. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's never had this great of an advantage before. Let's see here. Oh, you didn't have anybody targeted.
I did.
Queen's Physician 3. All right, let's...
So it looks like I had me as well.
All right.
Queen's Physician 3 is a 30.
That is a hit. All right.
So on his way down, I will hit him with that.
That is a hit.
For 21 points damage.
21 points of damage. All right. So he goes prone.
Still up?
Still alive. He shouts out, "Ah! What's that?" And you can hear it like muffled under his mask. Where's that? And the Gray Maidens jerk out their long swords and raise their shields. And these physicians, they go for clubs that they carry.
Okay.
And
you want initiative.
now we want initiative. Oh no, not clubs.
Anything but a club. Maybe club.
Somebody is a member of the club.
Clubs at dawn. And anybody who isn't here is just kind of like on the perimeter, like Mims and Alandril, that kind of stuff. We'll throw their initiative down to. We'll leave them at 0. Do we get everybody who's present and accounted for? Yes. Queen's Physician, number 1, is the first to go. Now, Queen's Physician number 1 has at his disposal a masterwork club and
Time stop.
definitely time stop. He's not actually even a cleric, believe it or not. I'm going to get a perception check from him. It's not great. So he looks confused, and he takes a 5-foot step this way. He's kind of trying to sort out what just happened. Rampa.
Well, since he's nice and prone, I'll hit him again.
I'm sorry, that took a lot longer than I expected.
Oh, that's okay. We were calling for diplomacy checks for about 20 minutes before I realized you were still gone.
Did you roll order?
No, we didn't bother. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, so that guy's dead. You basically just opened up his shoulder all the way down to his rib cage with your naginata, and it just blood starts spilling out over the oiled leather duster basically that he's wearing.
All right.
It starts pooling on the ground. You're still invisible.
Yep. Take a 5-foot step, and I'll try and trip this Gray Maiden here.
Okay.
Nope. It's only a 23.
Only a 23.
Yeah, so it probably doesn't do it.
I think that does, though. It's,
This map looks like Sandpoint.
yeah, it's the Swallowtail
It is.
Festival. So CMD is... Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, so on our way down, I will try and hit her.
Okay.
It's a secondary attack, so it's only at a +6.
She hasn't even had a chance to orient her shield yet. It's still a miss. She's in the heavy plate armor.
Okay. No, I figured it wouldn't hit.
So now they hear the clank of the Naginata. They can see the sparks come off as the Naginata drags across the breastplate. All right, we're going to get these guys.
Do you want me to roll initiative? to
Yes,
find out
please.
where I fit? Okay.
And also, feel free to be on Sundancer.
Yep, that makes sense.
All
And
right.
the 1 is perfect. It's absolutely
Oh my God, that's worse than me.
All right, so let's see the information that he has at his disposal. One guy is dead, split wide open. Then Gray Maiden. Oh, we still have to make her prone, right? Foot Soldier 1 still has to be made prone. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay.
1. Yeah, 1.
Yep. Okay. And then the scrape of steel across the sound of the noise of it. He's like, "We're under attack!" That's his big exclamation. You can kind of hear it muffled under his mask. And he kind of looks around and starts to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He gets to there. Queen's Physician 3 is dead, I think. Yeah. He doesn't step in between the two Gray Maidens because he's at minus 21. Oric Van Kaskerkin comes out of the darkness for the 5-foot step here. And the DM
Unloads.
tries to. It'd be nice if he was hasted. He is he's only a 5th level fighter. It'd be nice if he had 2 actions. He's got to critically hit. He's got a regular hit, though. And make sure that his power attack was on. I think it was. He's got to go for the one-shotter. Okay, we hurt him pretty bad. He says, "I've got one here." Sasha. And Sushi.
Yeah, all right. Take a quick fight.
Oh, I like that dice. That's a hit.
Okay. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and
So this Gray Maiden, number 2, out of turn, says, "Halt in the name of the Queen."
right, we'll get on that. Okay.
Burns into her.
We're done.
All right. So Gray Maiden, Foot Soldier. I'm going to add 2 to this attack. She's going to charge you fearlessly. Are you ready for this, Sasha?
Me?
You had
I pointed at the invisible area over there where Rampa is.
So she hasn't seen that yet. Clearly, Sasha hadn't thought this out.
I never do.
And it still misses. That's fucking pathetic.
Hey, but I do have an 18 AC, so,
Yeah. You dodge it, brings down the sword, charges up the big shield, the heavy shield. It just swings down. You kind of definitely step out of the way.
I do one of those moves like Felicia Day did in her little movie web series, overacting the swoosh.
That's exactly it. All right. Gray Maiden, Foot Soldier number 1. He's got to stand up from prone. That's the first thing she's got to do. So what happens then, Rampa?
Well, I'll see if I can convince her that's not a smart idea.
Clearly they weren't prepared for a group of 7th level adventurers.
17 points.
Yes. So, still alive. She's not a regular person. Stands up. She can't take a 5-foot step. She already used the move action to stand up.
She can still take a 5-foot step, I think, because she didn't actually move. It was,
Oh, you
it
can
was a
still
move action.
5-foot. Okay, so if she can 5-foot step, then she can step up and attack.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe that's correct.
Okay, cool. That's a miss. Oh,
Some people rule that standing up is movement. Others simply say standing up is it's like a move equivalent. If it's move equivalent, you get a 5-foot step.
okay, cool.
So I'm good with that. Okay.
All right, Rata. Bomb. Dropping the bomb at Queen's Physician number 3. The Queen's Physician 3 is already dead, my friend.
Oh,
That's so we just drop it on number. We could drop it on number 1. Or yeah, you don't want to splash
splash
any.
damage.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're resting. Sorry, Rampo.
No, that's fine. Hit that one. I get a reflex save on your splash, right?
Okay, cool.
Sushi might actually be immune to this acid damage. No, or maybe that's it.
Look.
Well,
Okay.
I got a reflex of plus 12, and I've got, if I make it, that may not make it. 16?
I don't think that.
She'll have to.
I think yours is 18, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 18.
I just damaged myself. No, it's.
That's my trick.
We are clumsy.
That's the first shot. Oh, Sushi's immune? Okay, you're getting
No.
it, buddy.
No, she's not, but I can do a reflex.
What
She's
happened?
easier. Yeah, go for it.
Huh? What happened? Boom!
Sushi has
What
evasion.
happened? What happened? Boom!
Is that two evasions I need?
Yeah, two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two.
The first one was a nat 20, which you see there,
Yep.
which means she took nothing on that one. And the second one, I think she's going to take it.
Yeah.
So, what was that? 20 points?
12.
12 showed up on her.
I
Okay.
laugh
Yeah.
maniacally.
Because you only get the splash.
All right, that's fine.
Darcel.
All right.
See Ratatouille
Oh,
standing on
yes,
top
sir.
of a cart, laughing like a madman, chucking bombs at everybody.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, no kidding. I have to take some inventory here.
just like level 1.
All right. Let me first move closer to the action. So Gray Maiden 1 is gone. Gray Maiden 2 was
Don't forget, you got 10 more feet of movement with those special boots.
oh yeah, okay.
Did we put them on your character sheet? I think we did.
Yeah, I just moved a bunch. Yeah, I moved about at least 20, which is my normal movement.
So it'd be 10
Were you
more with
hasted?
the boots of striding and springing. And if you're hasted, add another 60 feet on top, or 30 feet on
30.
top of that, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
So
I'm
you
out of
got-
here. I'm going home.
I'm going back to the
lunch,
Five
come
King
back.
Mountains.
Yeah, that's right. Going back to the seminary where it was quieter.
So Foot Soldier 1 is down. Physician 1 is down. Physician 3 is down. You got Foot Soldier 2 and Physician 2. And it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Let's do Foot Soldier 2. I can do a searing light against her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget you have
Sorry.
-4 to hit because you're into combat. But it's only a touch attack. Only a touch attack.
Searing light, really? Just
Yeah.
a touch.
Should be a
no,
ranged
okay.
touch.
I thought it was arranged. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I have to cast it first and then see if I hit it. Right. Um. Okay, got it targeted. Yeah.
That is a hit.
All right. And that would be the 7d6, correct?
No, it'd be the 3d8.
No, 3d8. Okay. Well, I could try.
Unless this is a demon in disguise. Wouldn't that be a kicker?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Sure. So I moved, I attacked. I finished my turn.
Okay. I'm sorry I missed most of this battle. What is the situation currently?
What you're looking at, Ray, is you've got 2 combatants still up of the 5. You've got the furthest away is Queen's Physician number 2 battling with Orc Van Kaskerkin.
Okay.
And you've got Sasha.
Can I ask why we're fighting?
You're trying to just take these guys out just to learn what you can about them. But I don't know what melting them and splitting them in half with Nagana has to do with learning what you can from them, but that seems to be the plan.
We're going.
Did they start combat?
No, they were ambushed.
We don't need them all.
Yeah, we need to go non-lethal combat now.
Body moves here and starts performing, mocking them.
Okay.
Using her perform comedy.
Yeah, don't bother putting it on everybody. That's fine. This is going to be over in a second.
Yeah.
You can just add it in.
Oh, okay.
Just add it in on the modifiers if you're
Yeah.
gonna.
So starting this fight, can I be slightly adjusted?
Yeah, you be wherever you want to be.
to
You'd be the
try-
one that they would have seen, and hey, you there on the horse? Get off that horse.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I wanted to charge this one.
perfect.
Okay, it would have been like 10 feet out of range, but
Yeah, you're fine.
Or not perfectly lined up. So
No.
you'd let me. Okay. So with the lance, we're gonna get on.
You get a barrier.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. I'm targeted. I have her highlighted, right? So
Yeah, you give yourself a +2 to hit, and then a +2 for the charge.
clear. I only want to target her, not myself.
Correct.
So I'm taking a +4.
Or Sundancer.
Yeah. And now we're
Looks like you're cleared. You're clear for takeoff. I always like these.
Right.
These is like triple damage. Quadruple if you have the spirited charge.
yeah. For whatever reason, my lance is not showing up.
Are you in combat mode?
There we go. Because the lance is on the horse. That's why now that I'm on the horse, I can use the lance. So it didn't factor that in. But all right, so I moved, so I only get 1 attack.
Yeah, just drop the +10 one.
Yep.
That's the one. Boom.
There we go.
And it's double damage with the charge, so just roll it twice.
All right, so there you go.
Okay.
19. Now the horse gets a bite.
Yeah.
Do we just need to?
No, but you can
Right.
if you want.
Is already dead.
It's dying-ish. It's got a couple hit points left.
So charge for the horse.
It's +2 to hit.
Also-
Yeah, +2 for the competence as well, yeah.
Oh, actually, and flanking, I didn't even factor that in.
Yeah, that's true too.
There you go. Does that hit? It's on Dancer.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the opportunity to do any action, so.
Yeah. Well, he's that'll kill it. I think. Let's see here. Yeah.
Alrighty, that's that.
That's the best debuff of
Just
all.
looking around. It's yeah, death is the final.
the final debuff.
Did
Sun-
we learn anything from this?
Shadow Mist, Sushi,
They're not all
Tinder,
All right.
Alandril. Alandril's got a shot. 15, 20,
Non-lethal.
25, 30,
Non-lethal.
35, 40, 45, 50.
Does Alandril have a sap?
You know he does. Charge +4. Sap.
+4? I thought charge was 2.
Yep, was the competence bonus from Nadia.
Oh, he's got a double bonus. Okay.
Yep. And then
She's
Even
doing
better.
inspire courage, and we just didn't put the number on because the fight's gonna be over. That's
so that'll do it. She has 2 more hit points of damage. Or he does. Queen's Physician 2. It applies to attack and damage, correct?
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Queen's Physician 3 is at -6. Is at 66 points of damage. Physician 1's at 53. They only have 24 to start.
So they're dead.
They're quite dead. Queen's Physician 2 might be the only one left. Gray Maiden's dead. Gray Maiden, Foot Soldier's only at -8. So there's a Gray Maiden that's at -8, and there's a Queen's Physician that's unconscious at -6. The
All
other,
right, we
the other
need that.
3 are smoked.
That's okay. We got one of each, so we're good.
Okay, it's all quiet now. Let me throw their gear on the... Because this is also going to give you some ideas of what their capabilities are as well.
Mhm.
So, Gray Maiden, Foot Soldiers. And don't forget, if you get caught with this stuff, it's death sentence. As
Damn.
in... All right.
As opposed to just attacking these people in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it, but I guess why were we fighting them?
We want to learn more about why the physicians are trying to poison people and where the Gray Maidens are spawning from inside the castle.
Oh, okay, so we definitely know that they're not here to help. They are.
Ratatouille went inside the
Yeah.
building and found out they had them unconscious and were feeding them plasma, like blood, to see if they
Tainted.
could infect them, not help them.
Tainted
Oh,
plasma.
okay.
So they're bad guys.
That would have definitely made Alexis want to fight them. Got it.
And Queen's Physicians are all rocking.
It certainly affected our decision to go at him.
That made the choice easier.
All right. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of what each one has. The rest is in the party sheet. So the Queen's Physician, they have healer's kits. They're wearing leather armor. Let's get rid of that. It's just to make the big coat and stuff that they're wearing. Masterwork clubs, they're easily grabbable. You can sell them later. They're decent. And then lastly, I'm gonna need a. That's pretty easy. What's your Arcana check at, Rata? Is it like plus 15 or something like that already?
15. Yeah, so take 10, 25.
Yeah, so you're looking at, let me identify them, the Plague Bringer's masks. And they are called Plague Bringer masks. Not Plague Healer masks. The Gray Maidens are equipped with
Me.
They're equipped with, they have 20 arrows. They have one suit of full plate. One composite longbow, a long sword, and a heavy steel shield. I don't know what you want to take of those, but probably you don't want any evidence left aside here.
Take everything and put the bodies in a building or in an alleyway.
Okay.
I guess pot shot.
No, I'll cast Acid Pit and it'll just eat all the bodies.
Yeah, okay, that works.
All right.
The healer's kit, are we splitting that or just letting Darcel take them all?
Do I need it?
Not necessarily, but one probably. If you don't have one would be handy because it gives you +2 to your heal check.
It's not something you want to be carrying around the town normally, though. Let's
The
go.
healer's kit.
Yeah.
Get you
Let's go into the back to the Discord, and we've got here. I'll read the last little bit of the attention sign. Impeding or distracting the Queen's physicians or the Gray Maidens in the pursuit of their duties is punishable by imprisonment. Impersonating one of the Queen's physicians or Gray Maidens is punishable by death. Knowingly harboring or hiding the infected is punishable by death. Purposely splitting the blood veil is punishable by torture, then death. The Queen's physicians will be making the rounds of every district henceforth until Her Majesty deems this misfortune has abated. There's a little sign that kind of blows, a little notice that kind of blows through the square as you guys are collecting up the gear.
Okay, the question I have is then, is there anything on the healer's kits that identify it as being their healer's kits?
They're in those little black doctor's bags.
No, I know that,
But in like the actual equipment, yeah.
Like if they saw
bandages,
kit, how would they know it's from them?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you took them out of those doctor's bags, for sure.
Yep.
Just the contents.
Okay.
Do
Sure.
that for the doctor's bags in the acid pit too.
Yep. So what about the plate?
No, we can keep all that stuff. Is it got any identifying marks on it?
Yeah, the full plate's pretty. It would be pretty easy to identify. It looks like this.
Oh, I remember now. It's got
Yeah.
etched things on it. All right, we'll put it somewhere. We'll hide it somewhere where we can come back to it if we need to, but we won't. We don't want to be carrying that with us.
Yeah, it's pretty identifiable,
Garbage or whatever.
and it's uniform too.
Yep. Well, anything that was cloth or easily destroyable, we would have put in the acid pit.
Okay. The other stuff
Can't
you'll
do that with plate.
stash in your safe house.
Yep.
Okay. There's plenty of places that are abandoned now, or there might have been a family in there and the family's dead. It's pretty macabre, but you got places you can take over in the general vicinity.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you check all this stuff out. The one item that might be the smoking gun is the Plague Bringer's Mask. Doesn't necessarily mean it's called the Plague Bringer's Mask. How do you tell somebody that that's what this magic item's called, though? Resembling the more common non-magical Doctor's Mask, a Plague Bringer's Mask grants a +2 resistant bonus on any saving throws against nauseating scents and immunity to one specific disease. The disease must be chosen at the time of the mask creation. The ones in this adventure grant immunity to blood veil.
Funny thing that.
The mask also veils the wearer's alignment, making her register to neutral to alignment detecting effects. And then I also added the non-detection effect, where you have to roll a caster level check of 18 to detect thoughts and stuff like that.
Well, now that we've got them off them, can Alexis detect evil on the two live ones?
I will look to do so. There should at least be a lingering aura if one exists.
Okay.
But I also want to look at the creature. Is it a human? What is the creature underneath the mask and the item?
Yeah, it's a human, and it is the physician is a male. He's a human male, and then underneath the mask, yes, he detects as neutral evil. The Gray Maidens, it is a human female. Underneath her armor, still does not detect as evil.
Okay, I'll share that information. Do they appear to be Chilaxian or
Yes,
like? Okay.
they. And then there's two of the Gray Maidens. They both had like scars on their face. Like their face was recently scarred and healed over. You remember the woman that was with Dr. Davalus? She had like scarring around her eyes. I think her name was Calstrate or something like that. She seemed to be like the commander of the Gray Maidens, or somebody at least in charge. She had scarring around her eyes. These two ladies, you don't know them. I don't think. If you can beat a plus 35 knowledge local, we'll say that you would know them if somebody can do that.
No, even take 20 couldn't do it.
Even
for
take
that.
20? Well, Ratatouille had to roll 20. Okay. So, there's no identifying features saying that this person's from here or there or somewhere, but definitely human. Definitely female. Definitely has facial scars that are fairly new and fairly newly healed over.
She shares with the group what she learned, including the.
With your knowledge local check, you could probably guess they're about second or third level fighters. And just by the way these guys are moving and stuff like that, your knowledge local check, you probably guess that they're like second or third level rogues.
Well, might as well.
So they don't look to be fighters; they look to be rogues. So
The Queen's physicians seem to be rogues, not clerics.
Oh, okay.
You don't see any like Urgathoa imagery or anything like that. They don't have holy symbols.
The Gray Maidens, you said they had some scarring on them.
They had some scarring on their, maybe like knives or some sort of, and it's different for both. One has scarring above her left cheek, just under her eye. It's like several lines carved down, almost like a claw. The other woman has stuff across her left jaw over to her mouth, almost like it was cut with a knife. It's two different things.
Almost like gladiators.
You don't know. But they definitely have scars. The scars are definitely fairly fresh. You remember seeing the leader of the Gray Maiden with no helmet on. She had like star-like scars around her eyes. Let me show you the picture of her, so you can kind of.
Trying to figure out where they got all the Gray Maidens from.
Where is she? Yeah, exactly. Where are they getting all these people from?
Bar maidens from the tough part of town.
Yeah, of course, now I can't find her. All right, let's see here. 7 days to the grave. She might not be until the later on. Gray Maiden. I think it's chapter 6. Yeah, let's try this one. So continue on. I will try and find a picture. No. Anyway. All right, let's consult the module. I know where to find it. Oh, that's why I'm spelling it wrong. All right. Are you guys ready for this?
Do
Oh.
it.
And they give you the wrong picture. Son of a bitch. All right. Assets. All right. Finally. There you go.
Oh, I remember that seeing that picture. You sent that to us before.
Yep, it only took me 9 hours to find it. There it is. There we go. She had like almost like cross scarring on her eyes. She seemed to be the one in charge of the Gray Maidens.
Well, she is not in this pile of bodies, right?
Not in this pile of bodies, definitely not. And you guys are lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She looks reasonably competent.
well, if you're a 0 level human, the Gray Maidens could run roughshod over you.
Yes, so.
When you're a 7th level adventuring party, laying in wait, looking to collect some experience points.
Does the scarring on the leader's face look ritualistic
Yes,
or symmetric? It does.
it does. Maybe not symmetric, but it does kind of look ritualistic. The fact that they've healed roughly at the same pace and they were done roughly at the same time.
And while you could have two scars like an X over one eye, it's unlikely you'd have the same exact kind of thing
Exactly.
on the other eye.
Exactly.
Yeah. And are they all 5 points?
No, one was almost like a cut from the ear to the jaw, and the other one was like 3 fingers.
No, I mean hers.
Oh,
I see 5 scars. They're not.
yeah, but
I'm
that
talking
was
about the.
that was across the Citadel Volcanic. Like
Okay, I'm
50,
just trying to see if
60
there's
feet.
anything like the 7-pointed star.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
You did notice that like she had like scars across her eyes that kind of
Yep.
look like well, that's a weird kind of a wound. And the Gray Maidens that you killed here, or one that you killed and one that's still alive, also have scarring on their face. Whether that's an important or significant thing, you don't know. But they're definitely human. They look like they come from different families. Like they don't look like sisters. They don't look the same.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got them in the safe house. Once we've got them tied up, we can talk to them.
Yes.
All right. Well, you can use me as an intimidation factor, but I don't think you want me talking to them. I'm not very good at diplomacy, and I'm not very good at bluff, and I'm not very good at lying. But I can look mean.
I got a 14 intimidate.
Oh, you can look meaner.
Tell us
I'm
what
gonna-
you know.
I'm gonna detect thoughts while they're getting interrogated.
Okay.
That's good.
How did you get in the castle? Oh, that was not a great one.
Leave me alone. Here, let's see. How many are there?
2.
2.
There's a Gray Maiden and a Queen's Physician.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, much better.
You never take me alive, Copper.
Why are you trying to? What are the people you're trying to? Oh, Jesus! Ah, too nice of a guy.
All right, diplomacy check. We got a bad cop, good cop.
I had my zipper down when I was talking to him.
Your shirt,
all respect out
your shirt
there,
was
though.
coming out your fly.
And
flying off the
Nadia,
handle.
do the bad cop intimidate to go
I'll,
along
I'll
with what the
spend
rest
a
of the
minute
group are doing.
and do another detect thoughts.
All right.
They're just laughing at me.
No. I can't make this up.
Oh, that's awesome. You get
I-
nothing. Get nothing, Rata.
Another minute.
Maybe it wasn't the
Another
plague.
detect thought.
Maybe it wasn't the plague bringer masks.
Hey. Oh, I don't know what their plus is.
Okay, so that's So whose is that? Probably the Gray Maidens probably got a better will than the. Nope, that's the Gray. That's the. They're only like +1 and +2.
Okay, so finally, after minutes and like looking at him and staring hard.
All right.
Jeez.
The Queen's physician. That's who you. That's who you can't get through to. He seems more willing to talk. He was hired, and they're supposed to go around and gather these people up and bring them back to the hospice. And some of my they have something that they're supposed to do with a little wooden thing and some blood. I don't know how to do that.
This is a physician.
This is a
Who's
physician.
supposed
The Gray Maiden.
Who's supposed to do that with the little stick? Are you supposed to do that, or the Gray Maiden?
No, the physicians. Some of the physicians know how to do it. I don't know how to do that. They're supposed to say some words and mark them, especially when they're near death.
Were you told to take anybody that wasn't sick?
No. We're supposed to collect up the sick.
And where do you put them?
We're supposed to take them to the hospice, the sickest of the
Hospice.
sick. If they weren't that sick, we were gonna just, try to help them out as best we could. But yeah, I don't know anything about medicine, so yeah, I got recruited a few weeks ago and told that this is what I'd be doing. And once the Queen took over, it would be we'd be in charge.
Who recruited you?
Do you see the doctor? Do you know the doctor?
I know of him.
Yeah. He's been recruiting us for the last month or so.
From where?
I was working on the docks.
Oh,
The Gray Maiden's just kind of like staring at him.
where are you recruited from?
She doesn't say a word. It's like
Somebody's been recruiting him.
they warned us that if we didn't, we would get sick and die. So, I mean, it's no excuse, but
That's the doctor saying that.
yeah, the doctors.
Yeah. Physician's cooperative. The other one doesn't say anything.
The other one's just staring daggers at the doctor.
Do the physicians in this world take the Hippocratic Oath or no?
There isn't a Hippocratic oath.
No.
This guy's clearly not even a physician.
Okay.
This guy, he was like a dock worker, pickpocket. Actually, he's more of a thug than than a pickpocket. The the Arcona's gang, the Cerulean society, kind of made it hard for me to do my work. So, I joined up with this doctor, and I followed along.
What's the maiden have to say?
Maiden doesn't say anything. She's just staring ahead, staring at this doctor who's yakking away.
Can she speak?
You look. She
Is there any like
has
just evaluating her?
Yeah, she has no tongue.
Okay, that was looking. Huh.
You don't remember checking the other one, but and the tongue looks like it was cut off the same time and the same amount of healing as the ritualistic scar.
Yeah, like a heal spell doesn't regenerate lost limbs, and it's
No.
losing. Yeah, so that wouldn't help her. Yeah.
And she need regeneration.
Right.
And now that you think about it, during the combat, they
She
weren't.
didn't say, neither one of them said anything, right?
Neither one said anything. The physicians were the ones from under the mask yelling, "Hey, we're gonna go here. We gotta do that." And the one guy actually tried to run away.
Yep.
This is the guy that tried to run away.
So he doesn't know anything about what's going on in the inside. He just
Yeah, he's been in the hospice. He's taking people in there.
but not upstairs.
No, there's a bunch of doctors working on something up there. There's
There. Were there any Gray Maidens upstairs, or just doctors?
you saw Ratatouille only saw doctors.
Okay.
But he saw the two Gray Maidens on the catwalk up above the.
Preventing anybody else from getting up there.
Yeah. This guy says, "Hey, you guys let me go, and I sneak out of the city. I'll tell you something." And Ratatouille, is this the guy that you broke through? You could understand his thoughts, or no?
I got both of them, I think.
Got both of them.
You said they were only +1. I rolled on my.
Yeah,
I rolled
you're
my
rolling
save.
you're rolling your save. Yeah. Okay. So, you can hear some temple. Do they know about the temple? It doesn't seem they know about the temple. He says, "If you let me go, I'll tell you something kind of important that I know, and then I'll leave. I'll leave town. I'll leave town tonight. You'll never hear from me again. You can even walk me to the gates if you want. I just want to get out of here."
If you tell us anything,
So what's he thinking? Some weird temple?
Something about a temple.
So I'll name a temple, an evil temple in the city. See what he says. And see what he thinks.
You're just gonna say like evil temple in the city, like
No, I'll pick one.
okay.
I don't know. Some evil religion.
Well,
the one that
yeah,
there's one that we've been seeing a lot.
it's the one that you saw drawn on the sketched on the book where they're making observations.
Yeah. But I
You
don't want.
You want to say a different one?
Yeah, I want to fish around.
Okay.
See what he thinks.
The other one that you guys have come across is Norgorberger, the assassin murder one. The Asmodeus is an evil temple.
I'll say the Norberger one.
You just say it out, and he's like, "Who's that?"
Isn't that who's behind all of this?
there's a priestess. But you guys gotta let me go. I'll tell you what I know. And you can hear the word he's searching for it in his memory. Pallid something. Doesn't know for sure. You're not sure
Paladins
that
are behind this.
you're
I
not.
always knew it.
Yeah, you're not sure that he's sure.
Okay, so I'll go. Let me help you, son, and I'll just start naming because I have a high knowledge religion. I'll just name them all. Which one is it?
Yeah, when you get Urgathoa, he's like, yeah. She's a priestess of Urgathoa. I haven't seen her. One of the doctors mentioned her. I don't know. They called her the Pallid Princess. I don't even know what that means.
Pallid Princess. Here, I'll knowledge local that thing.
All right, that's a high score. Let's see here. That's another name for an extremely dedicated worshiper of Urgathoa.
Does he know where the temple is?
It's beneath the hospice.
Ah. That doesn't surprise me.
There's I've never been down there, but there's a lift that goes up, but it also goes down for the there's I recognize Rolf goes down there sometimes. I recognize him from time to. I've seen him around there. Do you know who Ralph is?
Yep, we do. He's a senior physician, right?
No, the doctor is Dr. Davalus. He was the doctors who recruited me, Dr. Davalus.
Ralph. Oh, I remember. No, I remember Ralph.
Ralph is some kind of he's a wizard. I'd see him at Eel's End from time to time. He's a creepy sort. I'd seen him going down the lift.
He's a necromancer.
He's walked through the hospice a few times that I've seen, and I've only been there a half dozen times. So you guys are gonna let me go, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. If you show yourself up again, you can probably bet you won't survive it. So.
Yeah. I'm heading for the gates right now. He's also at like -1 or -2.
I don't trust this guy going to the gates. People will see him. Why are you leaving? Oh, no reason. Why are you all bloody? Oh, no reason.
Oh, they won't recognize him.
Yeah, he's not.
The mask. He had a mask on.
He had a mask on the whole time. What about if the Gray Maidens are at the gates now, though?
I'm gonna. If they stop you at the gates before you get out, what are you gonna tell them?
And I'm going to my brother's place in Nadal.
And then why are you all bloody?
I got in a fight with my wife.
And she won. 10th level barbarian? What's happening?
She's, I don't know. You heal me up? You heal me up, I won't have to tell these lies. I'm not the greatest liar in the world. He'll tell you he's not the greatest liar in the world by making a +5 bluff check.
How far is the edge of the city?
From here, it's not that far.
400 or 500 feet?
Yeah, probably.
600?
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
see.
let's go. Bye. So cheese touches them, dimension doors out, and dimension doors back.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that. All right.
Yay, cheese is now officially part of the group.
Hey, way to go, Cheese. What are you going to do with the Gray Maiden?
I think I have to tie her up and leave her in the actually, why don't we go and talk to the city guard commander and see if she has a place to stash her.
Okay. Kind of maybe disguise her up a little bit, throw a cloak over her hood, that kind of deal?
Yep.
Okay.
Is she any form of
Knock her
undead?
unconscious.
What's up?
Is she any form of... Is she undead or an extraplanar creature?
No, she's just a human.
Okay.
Misguided.
Yeah, you're not even getting evil off her, other than she's hard to read and she's even though your detect thoughts go through Ratatouille, you get kind of an indoctrinated kind of vibe to her. All she's thinking when this guy's spilling the beans is traitor deserves death. Disobey the queen. Traitors deserve death. It's kind of almost like robotic, almost like she's been
Brainwashed?
Yeah, brainwashed, mind washed. She's definitely been indoctrinated, and it's kind of a narrow focus too. And you encountered this when you did the first detect thoughts on them. They have a task, and they're laser focused on that task, whatever it is. It doesn't seem to be in and of itself inherently evil. Like Alexa,
Like a dominate?
Yeah,
No.
she's not evil. The doctor was. But, training itself may not be evil. It's just how it's applied might be the problem.
yeah, exactly.
She's also just a warrior, so she may not be aware of all the implications of the other things the Gray Maidens are doing.
But the fact that she's also like kind of like brainwashed, definitely brainwashed, definitely like indoctrinated into a cult kind of thing. She believes that whatever she's doing for the queen. The queen seems to be the forefront of all her thoughts. Like all she kept thinking about when the doctor, air quotes doctor, was talking was that he was a traitor to the queen. He was a traitor to the queen. Traitors to the queen deserve death. So assuming you can cobble a little disguise together, and it's not too far to hustle her over to the Citadel, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
Okay, so you get to the Citadel, you bring her into Cressida's office, and Cressida looks up immediately and recognizes this woman. And she's like, let's pick a name, like say Charisse. Charisse, what happened? Are you all right? And she just kind of stares right ahead at Cressida. And it kind of does almost like stand at attention. But it's a defiant look. And she gets up. Who is this? What's the meaning of this? How did you find this woman? She's one of the Corvosan Guard.
She appears to have gone and become a Gray Maiden.
And Cressida's kind of like just stunned. What? She's looking at the scars, and she gets up and moves around the table. And what have they done to you?
They cut her tongue out.
What? This is madness.
I just realized I was telling you about 3 times she'd lost your tongue, but I was on mute. I lost my tongue.
The irony of that is spectacular. Kristen Croft is, this is madness. She's you can see the wheels spinning. Like something has to be done.
Did we explain to her already what we discovered?
Yeah, that's what I wanted the diplomacy check for the.
Okay. I don't think I've rolled that yet. So, has someone else done that?
No,
So Nadia's going to aid by giving +2, and she has. an
and
11.
you can give yourself an extra +2 because I think we were gonna have Darcel or Mims give you Eagle Splendor.
Sure.
Eagle Splendor is fantastic for me. I like it a lot. But here's what we got.
Okay, so this was for the initial. Hey, do you think that you could get your troops out of the way of this? Because there was the two doctors and the two Gray Maidens, and they were accompanied by a half a dozen Corvosan guard. Do you think that you could get your guard to kind of pull back? And as you kind of followed them through town, they picked up another one of the Queen's physicians, and that's where you set up your little ambush and stuff like that. But you had told Cressida Croft that you thought that there was some experimentation going on where they weren't trying to heal people, they were trying to infect them. And then she posited that maybe that was a path to finding the solution to the problem, and you guys kind of went back and forth. She almost like didn't want to believe what she was hearing, but she is accepting the fact that she trusts you guys way more than she trusts the Queen. And everything the Queen just kind of smells funny, whereas you guys have done nothing but tried to help and been forthrightful. And basically, the first thing you did when you came to town is forestalled any potential hostilities between the city and all of the Shawanti people in the area. So she has nothing but like faith in you guys at this point, even though she really doesn't know you from anybody. Whereas everything that the Queen has done has sort of been, this has been strange, and it's all adding up. And she's gotten this look on her face like, I have to do something now.
She could give us some badges.
Badges, yes. Yeah, I'll get you some badges.
Yes.
The laminator's broken, though, right?
Yes, I'll see that Varric. She starts shouting out the window. Varric! Barrick comes running over. You can tell he was trying to get a couple hours sleep. He's like, yeah. She says, get these people the lieutenant's badges. How many do we need? 8, 10, 12? How many of there are you? Every time I look over, there's more of you.
And one for my horse.
I need one for my gecko.
And cheese or cheddar or whatever.
Yeah, that's what you say. Like every time you come here, there's more people.
We're breeding in the back temple.
Give me 12. All right, so everybody
A la Callistra.
Everybody gets a Corvosan Guard badge.
I'm a deputy.
There's a new sheriff in this here town.
Oh, Lieutenant.
She says, "What's your plans?" Or maybe you don't want to tell me. I don't blame you. This is
You probably shouldn't ask.
fair enough. And same with me. I've got some things I need to do. This definitely needs to be dealt with once and for all.
So I guess we rest up the rest of that night, unless anybody's got anything else we need to do, and then we'll hit the house early
right.
morning.
All right, overnight rest.
2:00 in the morning. Yeah.
Incoming.
Well, I think we want to go at night and raid this place and go down
You wanted your
temple.
spells, so you need to wait till at least midnight, right?
No, in the morning, and then let's wait till the night.
Or you want to wait another day?
Yeah,
Do you want to do
I don't
anything
want to go.
during that day, though? During that day, that's the day where they're dismantling all the bridges. So the final bridge gets dismantled just after noon. They've got a barricade set up. There's a command station of maybe a dozen or so Gray Maidens. The Corvosan Guard, some of them are still in their regular patrols with Gray Maidens and the physicians and stuff like that. But you can tell that there's like a little stash. Varric is kind of in charge of a little stash of them, just in case. He's got some of his team, Grau Soldado's there. When Grau Soldado's all geared up, he looks like he's relatively competent. He looks like he is a pretty solid sword fighter, like probably on par with Auric. And then there's Abadar cleric named Ashani, who's also part of. They're missing their bard. The bard's still missing.
Yeah, that's what we tried to rescue in the townhouse.
Yeah,
There, yeah.
but you did find out that Rolf took him. You found out from Asio Corwin, who's now Asio Corwin. I guess would probably be in some sort of mental asylum if he could check himself in. That'd be something to have to get over.
We didn't have any threads on where Rolf was, right?
Yeah, he's in the temple beneath the.
He's okay.
Well, that's where the doctor had seen him going several times. You don't know if he's there now, and you also know that he has the ability to teleport away at any point. So you might want to prep your spells accordingly for that eventuality as well.
Dimensional anchor.
There you go.
I can get dimensional anchor. Oh, boy.
Yeah, don't you remember we got a scroll for you at one point.
Oh, well, I will scribe away, and I'm gonna beep. So you can't leave.
And I also believe it's a cleric spell as well. 4th level.
Yeah, we both should get it because you got a hit.
It is a 4th level cleric, oracle, 3rd level inquisitor, 4th level wizard, 3rd level summoner, 4th level unchained summoner.
Yeah. Well, it's night cursor done.
Okay, so we're gonna go get this wizard.
Where's the temple? Was that on the island?
You heard that it was below the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden.
Perfect.
The lift, he said the lift goes up to where the doctors are, but it also goes down.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little cheating.
Okay.
And then just kind of go underneath the ground where the hospice is to see. I can't go through the work stone, but maybe I can get a sense of how big it is.
Okay, how do you do that?
I'm invisible. I go cast elemental body, and I go straight down.
Okay.
And if I can't move through dirt, then that's a man-made wall.
How long does that last for?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay. So you don't get all the way around. You probably get to the far end. You're looking at probably 200 feet, maybe 300 feet. It's pretty extensive. And
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Just as you're starting to go back around, your time is almost up.
That's fine. So it's not a little room; it's a whole complex, though.
Yeah, it's a big place.
Okay, I tell everybody.
Probably
you
on-
strap up. There's going to be a shitload of dudes down there.
Probably on par with that little dungeon that you guys encountered under the cemetery, under the Grey Ward. It's probably around that big, like that kind of, maybe even bigger. It's hard to tell because you're under the earth and you're just going along wall and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I have a 21 intelligence, so maybe I know something. We could dimension door in. I can take 2 people. How many people would be going? Because we're not taking horses and geckos and stuff.
Actually, going in, probably Alandril, Rampa, yourself, Sasha.
I can always summon Sushi. Like just it takes 1 minute to summon, so I can just dismiss her and then pull her back if we got a minute once we get in.
Okay, so you got 7 actual party members plus Auric.
Okay, that's too many peeps.
And Nadia can stay behind if we need to do that.
If you want to like teleport, just dimension door right into whatever it is below. You're kind of going blind too. You know the outside of it.
Oh yeah, but we don't have enough spells to get the whole party.
What's the scroll cost?
You'd have to go in, go back, go in, go back.
Correct. Well, what I always love doing is putting people in bags of holding, but hold your breath.
Yeah, don't forget about them.
Yeah. It's up to you guys.
We get the Ioun stone where you wouldn't need air, and we just put everybody in the bag of holding and just do what we needed to do.
We have a clown car of holding.
Yes. Or the portable hole, and you make a little thing in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you put it in the bag of holding, and you tear the dimension of time and fabric.
Yeah.
All right. Or you can just take the elevator.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
Why not raid the place, save the people, disguise herself, and go down? How many maidens did you see in there when you were mousing around?
You probably
Day.
during the day you saw at least 4 maidens and probably 7 to 10 doctors.
They go down fast.
Yeah, there's not much to them. Stiff breeze blow them over. Auric says Strike Force can take these clowns out. And he looks over at his brother. His brother's like, "Fuck you, Auric."
Nice guys.
You do remember, though, Ratatouille, there was also another door that you didn't go through at the top.
Okay. Yeah. No. There's gonna be like 20 plus guys in there, all told. We just need to get to wherever the elevator is, which I didn't see, to make sure nobody warns everybody below.
Yeah, what are our options?
Or I could cast 4 walls of fire and then just concentrate and let the whole place burn, then see what comes out.
You've got roughly...
that won't help us prove that what they're doing, and you got those people on the top floor that are innocent.
yeah, and you've also got like 66 people in the first... All the people on the first floor are sick. Some of them might have died. Some of them have probably been replaced. There's probably... It was over 50 for sure. All those beds are full of sick people. You could definitely do it. It would
No, I'm just
Just-
being
you're
chaotic crazy.
Yeah, you're spitballing ideas.
No, it'd be fun though.
It
Just sit
d-
back and watch, get some popcorn.
Let's see here.
Are we gonna go kill them all tonight, or are we done? We resting? We rested? We're
We
waiting.
rested. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
I press spacebar. It's nighttime. Let's go get them.
Let's go get them.
All right. So I will show you what you on the map that I've kind of just laid out for you. That's what you guys know of. At the very front, the front door, there's it's like a lady secretary kind of thing. You can kind of watch a little bit. You want to do?
Right.
You want to like spend? Yeah. Oh no. Up.
Oh, here.
No. Her.
Oh, here.
That's the one at the desk.
Ah, down. Okay.
All right. So that's the main entranceway. Back here is like almost like an old loading dock for the warehouse. Those doors look like they're probably boarded up. You don't see anybody coming or going from them. Let's just say that you guys probably decide you're gonna every once in a while you're gonna have someone walk by and keep an eye on this place and see what's going on. You're into like day 6 now. I'm gonna pop that there, and you see people going in, like bringing sick people in, doctors bringing sick people in. You don't see healthy people walking out. You don't see anybody going out the back door. And it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of doctors in, doctors out going on. Seems to be like less and less throughout the day.
It seems to be less and less active as the day goes on.
Yeah, less
Is that
and-
because? Okay, is that because it seemed to be fewer people, sick people, or just the number, just the time of day?
Could be anything. Could be their, they've been going at this for like 4 days straight. Maybe even 5 since the doctors were announced. But what you do notice is there seems to be during business hours. There's a burly nurse. Now that you've had a good look at her and stuff like that, she looks like she might be a capable swordswoman. She does have a rapier at her hip. You get a decent look at her as she kind of walks around a little bit. She looks like this. Alexis does not detect any evil from her.
Does she seem to be talking to anybody?
Yeah, she's got the duties of making sure that people who come in to get treated are sat there till they see the doctor, stuff like that.
Can we tell a difference between no response and blocked response?
For evil?
For detection of these types of things.
Yeah, no response, not blocked response. Ratatouille, when he was trying to detect thoughts, he knew that there was something blocking him, and that was these masks. You know that the Gray Maiden, no evil's coming off them because they're probably not inherently evil. The doctors, though, now that you know that the one without the mask was evil, and the ones that are going around are with the mask on, you could probably tell that the mask is blocking.
Okay.
I'll share that with the group. So, well, if we go in here and start trouble, it just takes one to get out. and get a warning off before we have who knows what coming here. You right?
So what I'm hearing is no prisoners.
There's not like a whole regiment of Gray Maidens at their beck and call. So, like, they would have to go all the way to, because the Gray Maidens are stationed out of Castle Corvosa, as far as you know. Someone would have to make all the way to Castle Corvosa, or find a patrol of Gray Maidens before they were mustered. And even then, they would still have to go to the castle and make a report and come back.
Yep. If she's not ill, she may not, the head nurse may not be even aware of what's happening upstairs.
Possibility. That's right.
So I'm in favor of trying to tell her.
Shall we flash our badges?
Yeah.
Official business?
You guys are going like after hours, after the clinic closes up.
Yep.
You guys are going to go at like 2:00 in the morning. So she leaves for the day.
Ah, excellent.
That takes care of that.
What good are these badges? Like, can we go
can't
in
use
and say
them.
we need to interrogate somebody?
Alex just likes collecting badges.
I do.
You should put each one on your helmet.
I have
Well, let's
necklaces and
just
stuff.
pick the lock and
I'm going to
lock
learn
it
how to.
and go in.
I'm going to learn how to rap because these badges are my big gold necklace.
Alandril picks that lock in his sleep.
Well, that's probably what he's doing right now.
You are on the map. Let me move the Yep, gear up. I think Rampa still had some damage. How did Rampa, unless he damaged himself by mistake?
Oh, probably when I was targeting myself.
I've got everybody. I did an overnight rest. That should reset your spells and stuff like that.
I'll cast a heal the night before on Sush.
Yep, that's not a problem. Just remember to tick off. I think you need like your elemental body and whatever else you were using to get that information. Other than that, you've got a clean slate for the day.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to do elemental body the day before, if you had the resources for it.
Yeah, I did. I didn't cast. What did I not? I didn't cast Wall of Fire, so I swapped it out.
Okay, that's fine. So you have your full repertoire, and I'm going to give you a quick. Let's see here. There was. Did you go down in the front of the? I guess you went. Where did you go down under the earth, Ratatouille?
Where I blinked in. That'll make it easy.
Okay, where you blinked in. Okay, so it was, and then you went left, right, north, south.
I went down.
You went down. Okay.
And tried to go. I went north, just trying to go around the thing to see how big it was.
Okay. So I'm going to, and then you say it lasts for 7 minutes, right? So I'm going to say it took you a full 3 minutes to actually find that it was back of the building. Back of the building, some 5, 10, about 70 or 80 feet towards the center of the building. So if you were underneath the middle of the building, near the back, that's where you first struck a wall. And then you went around, probably to the north. And it seemed like there's several rooms Then you went east and west. Probably around a couple spots. There were a couple spots that looked like it was going in a little bit, and then you encountered another room, and it would go east and west. And then it kind of got to near the end of your spell, and you probably figured you're probably about 150, 160 feet over from the middle of the...
Oh, wow. Okay, big.
Yeah, it's a decent size. You got a rough idea of its kind of dimensions.
I find the elevator down. Let's go get him.
All right, let's... All right, so... you know for a fact that from your little delving, the back doors would probably be closer. But from your delving, it's probably somewhere near that closet with the double doors that you pop through first, and it just looked like a little several cubbies and wooden lockers on the wall, 4 rickety chairs, surround a water-damaged table, and a well-used but solid-looking cargo lift rises up through the ceiling. That was in this area here on the map. Let's do this map here, because this is...
Try and get there.
I'll show you the overview map. We're using the GM map for like an overview. I'll send that to you. You can chuck that in your hot square or whatever. And this would be that area where the lift was. You see where the blue square is? And you also saw the area for the lift at the very top when you came out of the door and you ported through the other doors to go in where the doctors were experimenting up in here. The lift went up to there. You didn't really put it together too much at the time. You're doing your Mission Impossible, dun, 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 whatever you sing in your head when you're doing that. And now that you kind of had 2 days to think about it, you're pretty sure that's where it is. So you know for a fact that those cargo doors at the back are probably closer. But you didn't see any Gray Maidens. You saw a couple Gray Maidens left and a couple more came in. It looked like they're on shifts. So they're still there. The front door, Alandril pops it easy. No trouble. Nobody around. Boom. Done. Open. So I'm going to put you all back on the main map. Front door. When you walk by.
While the party goes in?
Yeah, you should be able to see inside.
I wanna, like as the door opens, I'm just gonna be invisible, and I'm gonna go back to where that lift is, to make sure nobody can use it.
The lift is on the inside.
Yeah. Like.
Oh, okay, I see.
When the door-
You're gonna be invisible once you go inside. Okay.
Yeah, once we go inside, I want to be invisible and run there. And then when everybody's fighting the bad guys, I'm just making sure a bad guy doesn't go downstairs.
Okay, cool.
Or trying to make sure a guy doesn't go downstairs.
All right. So what we're at like 3 minutes to 11. So what I'll do is I'll put a pin in it right here, and that's where we'll pick it up. Just as you guys are making your way inside the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden. I'm going to...
You have any good-looking nurses?
There was only one nurse, and her name was Brunhilde.
With the big weapons, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give you experience points for securing an audience with Dr. Davalus without attacking Brunhilde. Because basically, when you fight your way through, you didn't have to attack Brunhilde. So I'm going to award you that experience points. Just because you waited till the middle of the night instead of going in during office hours.
Yeah, she looked like she was formidable too.
Nah,
I just imagine that nurse from High Anxiety.
she was more of a Nurse Ratchet.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say Nurse Ratchet. Yep.
Yeah.
She looks like she was no nonsense.
Well, there would have been nonsense because this is her attack. She would have got lit up. That's the best she can do. Yeah,
That's not.
not great.
No.
You can't go back there.
She looks better than she
Yeah,
was.
she looks way tougher than what she was. Although you did miss out on some gear. She did
We
have.
have to talk to her afterwards.
You have to find her.
Scalpel and gauze.
She had, some decent gear. Just a masterwork rapier, though. It looks better than it actually is. And we'll pick that up next week.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Good session, guys. Nicely
Sorry I
done.
missed such a chunk of time in the middle of that combat.
Oh, that's okay. That was the experimental part. That encounter, I just kind of winged it, so it wasn't anything special. That's the kind of thing that they say maybe it's going to happen, maybe it won't. You should be prepared for it. And I didn't really realize you guys were going to go that way. So
If there's a wrong way to go or a difficult way to go,
the party
that's
will
the way
go.
we're going.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
All right.
I was kind
Talk to you guys in a
of
week.
I was kind of hoping Ratatouille would find his way right into the temple, right off the hop. That's when it really gets hot.
I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
By himself
I'm
would have
trying
been
to be
even hotter.
respectful. Like I could spend hours and kind of try and solo it, but then everybody would hate me.
No, you're fine. You got some good info today, though. You did a good job.
All right.
All right. Night, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good night.
Take care. See you next week.
Good.